Today's game is brought to you in HD by EA Sports and Madden NFL 11. Gus Johnson along with Chris Collinsworth, welcome to the Mall of America Field in Minneapolis, Minnesota. An exhibition contest here between the Green Bay Packers and Minnesota Vikings. Do I even have to ask, Chris, what tonight's top storyline is?
Well, Gus, not many quarterback matchups get more interesting than this. Of course, Brett Favre, the longtime superstar playing in Green Bay, now at the Minnesota Vikings, and Aaron Rodgers drafted to ultimately take his place, the franchise deciding to go in that direction. But despite the fact that all the hype around these two quarterbacks is now 1 year removed, this is without question one of the most interesting quarterback matchups in the game today.
You're right, Chris. Two of the most talented quarterbacks in the NFL ready to do battle. They have history, of course, with each other, and they usually bring the best out of each other. He's going to pass.
If you have receivers that can make catches like that, it is just almost impossible to defend. As a quarterback, you just throw it to the open spot and know that guy can go get it. What a play.
Pass is short right side. They can't complete the pass, and now the offense will be looking at second down. He throws downfield. And the tackle was made by Greenway.
Patience for a wide receiver is just so key. He's able to manipulate that defense, set them up one play, come back with the exact same look, and break off of it the next. Beautifully run.
Passes it downfield. Second down now following the incomplete pass. From their own 45-yard line. Dumps it short. He's tackled at the 47-yard line. Gain of 8 on the pass. Third down now. They'll need a couple of yards to convert for a first down. Has a man to his right. Little flip.
The Packers are putting together a good-looking drive here. That's their third first down.
Has a man short to his left. And he's knocked out at the 15.
Yeah, when you see the blitz, you have to understand your own protections, because if your protection is sliding away from the blitz, you have no choice but to get it out of there to the hot receiver.
Here's the throw. His pass will fall incomplete. E.J. Henderson was defending on the play. So they'll face a 2nd and 10. The pass is away. They can't hook up on that pass. Now the offense will be facing 3rd down. Third down once again. Let's see if they can convert this one. Hammered as he lets it go. Donald Driver was the intended receiver on the play.
Pass rush almost got there that time, and he has to feel a little lucky that that ball just fell harmlessly to the turf.
They call on the field goal unit here. This will be about a 32-yarder. It's up. And sails wide right. No good. Short throw to the right. 2nd down coming up after the incomplete pass. Hit and dropped behind the line. Bad snap, but he has it under control. He's brought down at the 41-yard line. They complete a long pass play.
After a big play like that, it's really important for the offense to get in the huddle and get out, keep this attack going. Right now they have the defense on their heels.
So it's now 1st and 10 after the big pass play. Rolling out to his right.
It really is so much the key to football. You talk all the time about you have to establish a run. Well, there you see why. You establish the run, and then you come with the play-action pass. Just so hard to defend.
He doesn't get back to the line.
Did you see how fast that linebacker was on that one? Not only did he recognize it, but when he did recognize it, he had the explosiveness to get there.
That's disgusting.
Dumps it out right. Burnett drops him for a loss at the 31. And they'll lose a yard on the play. Third and long situation here. They'll be forced to convert on third down once again if they hope to keep this drive going. Fourth down. And the kicker is on for the 45-yard attempt. The kick is no good. The Packers will start this drive at the 35. He gets off the throw. Down the sideline. Touchdown, Packers.
For a long time, Donald Driver was really the go-to guy with the Green Bay Packers. But Greg Jennings over the last few years has really stepped up his game, especially in that big play department.
Crosby is good on the point after. Green Bay is up 7. Let's take a look at the drive summary presented by Verizon. Crosby will send this one deep. Johnson is back to receive the kick. He makes it to the 22. They'll set up shop at the 22. Now we have a first down and 10 to go. Give to the tailback. So they'll face a 2nd and 10. And the ball is on the 21. He lets it go. Streaks down the sideline. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings go nearly 80 yards in 2 plays. The extra point to tie this game up. Point after is good. Minnesota will kick it deep. Blackman is deep, looking to return the kickoff. Gets it to the 21. The Packers ended their last drive with a touchdown, so they'll look to make it 2 in a row. Looks left. Here's a short pass. Defense pushes him out of bounds at the 29-yard line. Gain of 9. So that will make it 2nd down. Short yardage situation here, 2nd and a yard. Moves to his right. He has it, but is out of bounds. Incomplete pass.
You bring a little pressure, and it impacts quarterbacks, and we saw it there.
Jackson takes a handoff. He's dropped down at the 40. And he breaks it for a big gain and the first down.
Boy, that's a killer on third down to allow that kind of run to be ripped off in there. You're thinking, okay, if they want to throw the ball, take a chance on getting a big play, that's fine. But to see a run go for that kind of a gainer, that makes you sick.
He's going to throw it. He's tackled at the 44-yard line.
And that was a little hum baby coming out of there from the quarterback. We've all heard about how strong his arm is, and we saw it there.
Pass is short right side. Looks like this one might be coming back.
Personal foul, clipping on the offense.
That penalty will move them back a bit.
Sloppy play right there. The one thing you learn as an offensive player is you can't give away yards. They are just too hard to come by.
Driver with his third reception. They line up at the 43. Passes it short. Caught and dropped immediately. And so at the end of the first quarter, we're all even. The offense facing another third down here. Short pass to his left. Brinkley was there to bring him down.
The Packers get another good gainer that time. This offense is finding early success in the passing game.
They line up at the 23. Grant off the left side. And he's tackled at the 17. Grant runs for a nice gain of 6 yards. So second down, the offense needs about 4 for the first. Short throw to the left. He's wrestled down at the 11.
You can tell this defense is still thinking about the deep ball. They're playing back. They're playing off these receivers. And those short throws are going to be there until they make a change.
Here comes the heat.
I really like what they did that time. Nice job by the Vikings.
Offense faces a 2nd and 14 situation following the sack on first down. Gets the pass off. He's brought down at the 6.
If you're going to play man-to-man coverage against this team, you're going to have to take away that slant route. That time they hit it for a big play.
Going up top for the end zone. He's got it. Touchdown.
There aren't too many better options than that guy when you're talking about throwing one in the end zone. Some of the best hands in all of football.
Mason Crosby adds the extra point. Green Bay is up a score. Let's take a look at the drive summary presented by Verizon. Crosby looks ready to kick it away. He'll down it in the end zone.
The Vikings looking for another 7 on this drive. They're still behind, but they can build on the momentum of that last drive if they can put one together here. The Vikings actually get a little bit of yardage there. They've been shut down in the running game so far.
They'll need about 3 yards here on 2nd down. Hand off to the right.
The Vikings are simply getting stuffed on nearly every rushing attempt. They need to get a spark somehow because this just does not bode well for them.
The offense needs about 3 yards to get the first here on 3rd down. He is wanting to go deep with it. Sidney Rice was his intended target. Fourth down. The Vikings ready to punt this one away. He'll bring it back to the 44-yard line. He passes it. He's dropped down at the 35.
Aaron Rodgers handled all the pressure of following a legend so beautifully, but now he is starting to build on his own very impressive career.
So they line up at the 35. Checks down to the short pass. The stop was made by Johnson.
The Packers are doing a pretty good job in the passing game. The receivers are finding some space in the secondary, and the ball is getting there on time.
Here's the pass. The big play by the Packers, and it's first down and goal. Green Bay hoping to go up 2 touchdowns here. Grant gets the carry, and he's tackled at the 3. Here's a look at today's red zone numbers, made possible by Old Spice Body Wash, the greatest smell in the NFL. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers, in the drive the best way possible, took them 5 plays to cover 55 yards. Extra point is good. Crosby will send this one deep. He'll down it in the end zone.
It's only a 2-possession game, but still they need to get their offense going before things start to get out of hand here.
Who's going to come up with this one? Green Bay falls on it, and they have the turnover.
Nice work to get that ball and cover it up. He's a hustling player. He got there, and then he's strong enough to get it out of the pile.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 25. He's tackled at the 25. Looks to throw it.
A missed chance to make a big play there. He seemed to get a little too excited and just made a really poor throw.
It's 4th down. This one will be from 42 yards out. It's up, and it's good. Crosby is just about ready to kick this one away. He makes it out to the 20.
The Vikings are looking to dig themselves out of this big hole that they've dug themselves into, and at the very least, you have to show the guys on the other bench you're not going to roll over.
Second down coming up after the incomplete pass. Second down and 7 yards to go. He's going deep with it. Third down coming up after that incomplete pass. On their own 20-yard line. Looking for a man. He tipped the ball away. And the pass will fall incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
And those are the kind of big third down plays you have to have on defense to get the ball back and give your team a chance on offense.
Blackman fields the ball at the 30. He gets out to about the 42-yard line. They'll take over at the 42. Gets it away. And he drops the short pick. Donald Driver was the intended receiver. Steps up in the pocket and throws it as he's hit. Greg Jennings was the intended receiver on the play.
When you get that kind of pressure, a lot of times the play will result in something worse than just an incompletion.
Rodeo Jared Allen, you can bet, will be coming hard for the quarterback in this situation. He bats the ball away. And the pass was knocked away at the last minute.
Just terrific play by the defense. They followed the quarterback's eyes, made a quick jump on the ball, and were all over that one.
It's fourth down. The Packers are lining up to punt it away. He'll take off from his 18.
The Vikings are in a dangerous territory right now. This one's gotten a little out of hand, but a touchdown on this series, maybe your defense gets a little momentum going.
They can't complete the pass, and now the offense will be looking at second down. It's a pass. Right through his hands. He almost had the pick. Bernard Berrien was his intended target. Good coverage downfield. Nearly picked off. He should have had that one. The defender gets a hand on it, and that will bring up fourth down.
I don't know if that's the guy I want to pick on third down when you have to have a conversion. He is tough.
So, it's fourth down. The Vikings line up to punt. Blackman gets the ball at the 36. Sure to make an impact on the field are this game's top performers, presented by Gatorade. Looks left. Here's a short pass. Second down now following the incomplete pass. Surveys the field.
Under pressure, he felt the heat that time and was forced to throw it away quickly.
Here they have a third down and 10 to go. The pigskin is on the 37-yard line. Tons of pressure. He's hit as he throws.
Just missed that time, bringing him down for a sack, but great pressure to force an incompletion.
The Packers are lining up to punt it away. He's hit and dropped at the 25. He got everything he could, but there really wasn't much room.
Boy, he hardly had any room to do anything there. They've got to come up with a better scheme or some better blockers or something. This guy's a good punt returner. He's just not getting any help at all from his teammates.
Show him what you got.
Touchdown, Vikings! The Vikings strike quickly with a 75-yard play for 6.
That was a great example of what a guy with speed can do for your football team. He hauled it in, and goodbye.
Longwell tacks on the extra point. Lloyd gets ready to kick it away. He'll down it in the end zone. Their last drive ended with a 3-and-out. He gets off the throw. Donald Driver was the intended receiver. Second down and 7 yards to go. Searching for an open man. He's wrestled down at the 35. Donald Driver makes it 5 catches for the game. He's going to pass. He's brought down at the 35. That last pass put him over 300 yards, and we're only in the first half.
Yeah, he mentioned to us before the game that he and his receivers had a really good week of practice. They must have had a great week of practice. Everybody's making the catches. Their timing's great. Of course, I'm not so sure he couldn't complete them to me out there today.
The big gain through the air sets up the offense with another 1st and 10. He's tackled at the 30. Picks up 6 yards. 2nd down. And that makes it 2nd and 4 yards to go. Dumps it out left. 3rd down coming up after that incomplete pass. So it's 3rd down. The offense will need about 4 yards to pick up the first. Brings it in for a completion.
You know, tight ends may not come up with those real explosive plays down the field all the time, but they sure are a nice target for the quarterback.
Touchdown, Packers! He's having a first half to remember out there, Chris.
And this defense is having a first half to forget. As a matter of fact, I think they had forgotten everything that this coaching staff taught them coming into this game.
Mason Crosby is good on the point after. Crosby looks ready to kick it away. Johnson from way back at the 2. He makes it back to the 25. The Vikings will look to build momentum by getting another touchdown on this series. It's the tailback. Streaks down the sideline.
I just love seeing what Adrian Peterson has become. And in this league, you have to be a complete player to be a star. And he's become an every down back. It's not enough for him to just create big, long runs. He's blocking better. He's running between the tackles better. A legitimate superstar.
Look out, heavy pressure on him.
That was a very good effort by the Packers.
So they're facing 3rd and long, following the sack. He throws downfield. Shianko was the intended receiver on the play. So, it's 4th down. The Vikings line up to punt. It's going to be down at the 3.
The Packers looked very strong that last offensive possession. They capped it off with a touchdown. Those are exactly the types of drives coaches love to see unless you're on the defensive side.
And as we head to halftime, the score 31-14. Minnesota will get it first here in the second half. This will be down to the end zone for a touchback. The offense will start at the 20. Gives it off. Collins was there for the stop.
I just don't know if there are running backs in the game today that have the raw physical skills that Adrian Peterson has. When he gets just a little bit of a crack of a hole, he is through it so fast that people just can't anticipate that kind of speed.
Inside handoff. And he's tackled at the 36-yard line. 4-yard gain, and now it's 3rd down. Offense looking at 3rd down, 7 yards to go. Passes it downfield. They can't catch him. It's a touchdown. They're still in this. Longwell adds the extra point. Lloyd is just about ready to kick this one away. It's fielded at the 2. He gets to about the 27 and goes down. Grant, the ball carrier. He's dropped down at the 29-yard line. Grant picks up 2 yards with the carry. It's a 2nd and 8 situation now. Gives it to the back. He gets tackled and goes down at the 42. Opts for a short throw. He's brought down at the 45. James Jones now with 4 catches in the game. Here's the throw. He's tackled at the 32-yard line.
Yeah, he scored a few style points with that one, but more importantly, they pick up the first down.
First down and 10. On the delay. And he's tackled at the 29-yard line. Jackson gets 3 yards on the carry. Avoids a sack by getting it off as he's hit.
They brought the blitz that time, didn't get there, but did throw off the timing of the play to get the incompletion.
Has a man short to his left. And he's knocked out at the 6.
When you're trying to blitz the quarterback, you better have some talented corners on the outside, because as a wideout, just give me 3 or 4 seconds against the blitz, and it is awfully tough to try and cover that.
Green Bay looking to make this a 3-score game. Still looking for an open man. Finley was his intended target. Here's a look at today's red zone numbers, made possible by Old Spice Body Wash, the greatest smell in the NFL. Here's the give. Grant gains around 6 yards on the run. They line up a few feet from the goal line. Jackson will run it again.
One score is nice, but 2, that is really special. And ask any fantasy football player out there, if this guy's on your team, you're almost as happy as he is right now.
And he adds the point after. Crosby is ready to kick this one off. This will be down to the end zone for a touchback. The Vikings will set up shop at the 20-yard line. Gives it up the gut. 5 yards. And that'll bring up second down. Brings up second down and 5. Has a man to his right. Little flip.
Yeah, that sets it up now for third down. We always talk about third down conversions, but if you have good second down plays, it gives you a chance to get into some blitz packages now on third down.
He fights forward to about the 30.
And it's not very often that I get really excited about defensive line play, but that time the guys up front on defense were just overpowering.
He muffed the punt. He's hit and dropped at the 19.
How many times have we seen this happen in the past? A guy takes his eyes off the ball, trying to see what's happening in front of him. The guy's coming down to make the tackle. Take your eyes off of it just for a second, and you lose it.
Grant, left side. Not much, maybe 2 yards on the carry.
And they really ran right into the blitz. That's a time that a veteran quarterback should have changed the play at the line of scrimmage. You could see the blitz coming. He didn't audible and only came away with a short gain.
The halfback with the carry.
When you run the ball in that situation, typically it means you have a little more faith in your offensive line and your running back than you do the quarterback and the receivers. And that time, the offensive line and the running back didn't get it done.
And this one looks like it's going to come back.
Repeat, fourth down.
Dumps it out right. It's almost picked off. Sidney Rice was the intended receiver. So they'll face a 2nd and 10 at the 25. The give to the tailback.
Yeah, sometimes you just have to admit defeat on a play as a running back and just try and get that thing back to the line of scrimmage.
The pass is away. Bush brings him down at the 40. The Vikings are looking at a 3-possession deficit as we start the fourth quarter. Hands it to the back.
Well, those defenders get paid too, and every once in a while they win the battle. Clearly that time they were all over this offensive line.
Another completed pass puts him over the 300-yard mark.
And you know, this guy just loves to play football. I really like talking to him before the game. You can hear the passion in his voice. And when you have a leader that has that kind of passion and that kind of emotion, it's just so much easier to play the game.
Flips out short. He's brought down at the 32-yard line.
When you get a halfback that gets in the open field with that kind of space, it is just so difficult to try and stop the screen. The offensive line got out in front. That was nice.
Handoff to the right.
Very effective call that time by the defensive coordinator, bringing the outside linebacker a terrific way to give your defense some help in stopping the run.
Holding offense. Repeat, second down.
That'll bring up second and long after the penalty. Running out of time.
Effective blitzing can really destroy an offensive game plan because you're so used to having time to develop plays down the field. Now you come with a good blitz, and the quarterback just doesn't have time to get it off.
Pass is tipped and caught. Lewis finally gets a catch, his first one of the game. That'll make it first and goal following a big pass. Gives it up the gut.
And if you can make a running back hesitate just a little, that time you could see there really was no hole, and the running back was just fishing for a place to go.
So they'll need 7 for the score. Moves to his right. Nick Barnett with the coverage on the play. Now the offense will line up facing a 3rd down and goal situation from the 7. Can't stay in bounds. Incomplete pass. Sidney Rice was the intended receiver on the play. It's 4th down. They line up the kicking team. This one is about a 25-yarder.
Offense. Repeat, 4th down.
It's 4th down. This kick will be from 30 yards out. It's up, and it's good. Lloyd will send this one deep. This will be down to the end zone for a touchback. 1st down, 10 to go. The ball is on their own 20. He gets off the throw. He drops the easy pick. Donald Driver was his intended target. So they'll face a 2nd and 10. Ball is on the 20. He lets it go. Greg Jennings was the intended receiver. They take over at the 20. Jackson gets the carry left side. What about that play call?
Well, I always like to see an offense stay aggressive, I guess. But at least in this situation, it's the 4th quarter. You have the lead. I can understand the call.
They catch him at the 37. I'm sure they would have liked to have gotten a little better return out of him there.
No question about it. He needs a little more help out of his blockers than he got right there. This is a dangerous guy, and if he can get in some open space, he can create some problems for you, but there's no space to be found there.
Surveys the field. Misses the receiver, and it's incomplete. 3rd down coming up after that incomplete pass. That'll bring up 3rd down with 8 yards to go. They get to him in the pocket and bring him down for the sack. The Vikings line up to punt. He gets out to about the 25-yard line. Goes through his progression. He's knocked out of bounds at the 41. Aaron Rodgers continues to shred the defense. The last completion puts him over 400 big ones for the game. Good gain through the air will set them up with another first down and 10. He completes it. Greg Jennings brings in his 6th catch of the game. Finds a way to get rid of it as he's hit. He's had a great game catching passes for 100 yards.
And 100 yards from any of your wideouts is a nice contribution. That really opens things up for your offense.
And we'll have a first down and 10. Ball on the 25-yard line. The pocket collapsing.
Tremendous effort and good teamwork by the Vikings.
It's now 2nd and long following the sack. Still looking for an open man. Hauls it in for the long touchdown. And the point after is good. A lot of game left. 4 minutes remaining in the quarter. The Packers, 45. The Vikings, 24. And here is the drive summary brought to you by Verizon. Crosby will be kicking off. This will be down to the end zone for a touchback. The Vikings will begin this drive at the 20. He throws short. And he's tackled at the 28-yard line.
I know we all talk about 40-yard dash times in the NFL, but as a receiver, if you are a great route runner and you understand what the defenses are trying to do to you, it doesn't matter if you run a 4.3 40. If you can get in and out of your cuts like this guy, you will always be able to play.
Under heavy pressure. Gets it off, and he takes a hit. Ryan Grant with his 4th catch of the game. Short yardage situation here. They'll need a little less than a yard to convert. And now it's time to take a look at this game's top performers, brought to you by Gatorade. It's 3rd down and a yard for the first. 2 minutes left in the ball game. Jackson takes it up the middle.
You could just tell he was not going to the ground until he got past that 1st down marker. I really like the determination in this guy in picking up 1st downs.
They line up at the 24. Gives it left side. They hand it off. Looked like someone got caught holding. Here's the official call. That'll bring up 2nd and long after the penalty. They go with the run. He's wrestled down at the 28-yard line. That brings up another 3rd down attempt. That's going to do it from the Metrodome. Game stats and highlights are next. Here's today's swagger player of the game, presented by Old Spice Deodorant. Here's the play that rocked the stadium, the Doritos Crunch Time play of the game.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports and Madden NFL 11.